drawer, and we're going to talk about concealers first. I have 3 Tarte Shape Tape concealers in Fair, a NYX Ultra HD concealer, and then I have a LA Girl Pro color correcting concealer. Now moving on to primers / moisturizers, I have a Ren Global Protection Day Cream, and then I have a Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Next I have a Milk Blur Stick in a mini, and then I have the Smashbox Primer Water. Now onto my foundations. I have my drugstore ones, which are my Wet n Wild Photo Focus, my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and my Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect foundations. And then next to that I have my high-end foundations, which are my Tarte Shape Tape foundation, which is one of my favorites, my Kat Von D, and my Fenty Beauty. And then on to the right of that I have 3 Real Technique sponges. And all the way in the back I have my Glam Glow Volcasmic Moisturizer, Mario Badescu Travel Size of the Rose Water, and then just a little traveler for my sponges. And then in this little compartment I have my eye creams, my moisturizers, my masks, everything like that. Just a bunch of travel sample sizes that I like to try out. And that is it for my face drawer, and now moving on to my eye drawer. In this drawer I have all of my pomades, my mascaras, my eyeliners. So I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills one, my NYX one, and my e.l.f. one. And then I have my NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Clear Gel, and then one from the Brow Gal. I also have an Anastasia Brow Wiz, and then this little Maybelline brow palette. And now moving on to mascaras, I have some of my favorites, my Benefit Roller Lash, my Benefit Bad Gal Bang, and then I have my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. And then in the next compartment I have my Rimmel Stay Matte, a little razor to shave my eyebrows when I don't get them plucked or waxed, and then a little pencil sharpener. And then to the left of that I have a little brush cleaner, 2 of my favorite powders, the Maybelline Fit Me powder. They are my absolute favorite. And then I have all of my eyeliners, whether they're pencil, gel, felt tipped, and then little gel pots, which I have 2 gel pots. They are NYX and then a Kylie one. The NYX one is my absolute favorite to use all the time. And then my favorite liner is the Tarteist Tarte Dual Ended Liner. And that is it for this drawer. Now moving on to the crazy palette drawer. This drawer is just an abundance of palettes that I either didn't have a place for or I didn't know what to do with them. There's my super cute dog. She decided to get into the camera. And yeah, so over here is just kind of a bunch of random palettes that either I don't use or I am trying to figure out looks to use them for, or I just don't have any room for. So I have the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, the Tarte and Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen, Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, a bunch of Ofra eyeshadows. Yeah, so that's kind of just a random drawer. It's nothing crazy. Now this next drawer is pretty much the same thing. It's just a bunch of palettes. This is more of the palettes that I don't really use a lot, but I do get use out of if I ever need them. So I have some Anastasia Cream Contour palettes, which I don't really use that much because I don't really like to cream contour a whole lot. Then I have some of my Naked palettes, the Kylie's Diary, which I wasn't too crazy fond of, and some BH Cosmetics palettes. And then down here is just a bunch of kind of my hair tools, my hair accessories. I have the Graveyard Girl / Bellamy collab, and then I have just a bunch of bobby pins, ponytails. I used to have a brush in here, but I probably lost it, knowing me. But there is that sort of stuff in this drawer. I just kind of keep it in here because I had an extra drawer, and this stuff is pretty important to me. I use a lot, so I just kind of keep it down there. When you're not really there. When you're not really there. Now onto the next set of drawers. I have a lot of different things. I have like lash glue in this first little compartment, all of my tools like my eyelash curlers, my tweezers, my scissors, all of that kind of stuff. And then I have some NYX jumbo pencils, and a few of them aren't NYX, but most of them are. And then I have some NYX little pigment things that I don't really use a lot, but I keep them just in case. And then I have a bunch of NYX glitters, which I use a lot, and they are so pretty if you're looking for a good drugstore glitter. And then over here I have Cocoa lashes, which are my favorite lashes ever, and this one is in Goddess, and then the ones behind it are in Venus. And then I have these car lashes, which I haven't really used a lot, and I don't really know if I'm a big fan of. And then next to that, I keep all my small palettes, which I really don't have a place for because I like using them a lot, but I don't want to lose them. So I have like a Huda Beauty one, a Smashbox, Naked, 2 palette, and just a random Urban Decay one. And then over in this other compartment in the back, I have all of my single eyeshadows, or just little tiny ones. So I have my ColourPop, Ofra, Milani, a bunch of NYX ones in the back, Catrice, and BH Cosmetics. And then stuffed in the back, I have kind of random lashes that I don't really use a lot. And then I have some Scotch tape. Why don't we face the danger just for the night and forget? And then into my favorite drawer with my blushes, bronzers, and highlights. And for my highlighters, I have an Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I have some Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlighters, some Makeup Revolution highlighters, a Kylie highlighter, Becca highlighter, Wet n Wild, Anastasia, Cover FX, and NYX. And then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Collection palette. Then back here we have some bronzers slash contour. I love this Stila one. It is my absolute favorite. And then I have this Milk one, which is the only one I like to use when I do cream contour. And then in the back, stuffed in the back, I have these little highlighters, which are a little too dark for me, so I like to use them as eyeshadow shades. And then this little palette that I like to bring along with me if I'm traveling and I can't really bring a lot of makeup. And over here I have some of my favorite blushes. This NYX Ombre blush is my go-to. And then I have a couple NARS blushes, a Kylie blush, and then an Essence blush. And then in this little drawer I just have a bunch of random ones like the Tarte, Pretty Vulgar, Benefit, Milk. Now in this palette drawer, it is a lot more organized because it is some of my favorite palettes. So I have the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, the Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette, I have a Violet Voss Pro palette, Jeffree Star Platinum Ice highlight palette, and then I have the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette, and then Juvia's Place palette, which is my favorite. Then I have a Kat Von D Divine palette, Modern Renaissance, and then 2 ColourPop palettes. One is an eyeshadow palette and then one is a highlight palette. Why do I even care? How are you all around me when you're not really there? Now this drawer is an absolute mess. The right side is full of all my Jeffree Star lipsticks and liquid lipsticks and a lip scrub. Then I just have like a little lip palette back there. And then in this, I don't even want to like say what's in here. I just have a bunch of Milani, Hard Candy, little metallic mousse lipstick, and then I have just a bunch of Marc Jacobs, some lip pencils, and yeah, it's a mess, so we're not gonna really go through that. Now this drawer is an absolute like disaster. I don't know what's really in it. It's just kind of like nail polish remover, cotton balls, like a little manicure set. It's just kind of random beauty things that didn't really have a place. So yeah, that's what's in that drawer. And then on top of my vanity, I have these dress forms, which I think are from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. I think I got them from Christmas. And then I just have a picture of Audrey Hepburn, some little crystals, and a little picture of the Eiffel Tower. And then moving over here, I have a mirror, which I believe is from Costco. And then around it's just a little headband that I use. And then this is a brush holder from Walmart. I use it for my lipsticks. So I have my Kylie lipsticks, my ColourPop, my Anastasia with a few Ophir ones thrown in there. And then I have like lip glosses and metallic lips. And I have 2 MAC lipsticks and then little lip pencils. And then in this compartment I have 2 like collections from MAC. A MAC Lady Gaga one and then a Archie's one. So I just kind of keep those, just kind of have them. They're really old so I don't use them. And then in this compartment I have an e.l.f. exfoliator and then a little lip balm. Baby, let's just forget. And then I have a rag just in case I want to spot clean my brushes, and my makeup remover wipes from Neutrogena. They're my favorite. Now moving on to brushes. I got these little jars from the dollar store, and then these are just my eyeshadow brushes. I have ones ranging from Tarte, Morphe, Urban Decay, Lime Crime, Wet n Wild, e.l.f., Real Techniques. I have a lot of Real Techniques. And then a few from Instagram shops that have sent them to me. And then in the next jar are brushes that I use, but I don't use every day, and they're all face brushes. So I have Tarte, Crown brushes, Real Techniques, and more Real Techniques, and then 1 Lime Crime one in there. Now this jar has all of my favorite face brushes, my Morphe Y6, my Anastasia A23 brush, my Lime Crime brushes, which you can get in the set. I don't know if it's still available, but that's how I got them. And then the Real Techniques brushes. And then kind of hidden in the back, I have a Kat Von D brush holder, and inside is just a little contour and highlight brush that it comes with. And then back here is my pink lotion and mist, and then the 2 Ariana Grande perfumes. And then over next to that I have this little file holder that holds my palettes, my favorite palettes. So my favorite palettes are the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. That is my favorite color palette ever. Then I have the Morphe 35O palette, which is absolutely beautiful and it is one of my favorites. And then my Morphe 3502, which is also one of my favorites. Obviously, I just told you that all my favorites were in this thing, so duh. And then back here I have my Jaclyn Hill palette, which is a complete mess, but I swear she is loved. She is my favorite. And now over here I have an Eiffel Tower jewelry holder, which is holding some of my favorite necklaces ever. I have this little golden owl necklace that used to be my grandma's, and she gave it to me, and it is so cute. I love owls. They are my favorite. And then my mom gave me this little Hershey's Kiss necklace, and I love it so much. And then I just have this little jewelry box down here that is holding a necklace that is broken I need to have fixed. And this is it. You can get the 2 drawers from IKEA, and the tabletop is also from IKEA. And then that big mirror my boyfriend made me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my makeup collection. Thank you so much for watching.